Hey, this is Sky. Welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're interested in life coaching and mentoring, go check out my website at skyazrael.com. Let's talk about dreams. Dreams trip me out. Some people are more active dreamers than others. I don't feel like I'm an incredibly active dreamer every night, but every week, 5 out of the 7 nights a week, I'm having dreams. Many of them nightmares, unfortunately. I have PTSD, and when you have PTSD, you have nightmares. I know how to help people to get over PTSD, to conquer it. But the nightmares, I don't know what to tell you about the nightmares. Dreams are weird because psychiatrists, and I've been to many psychiatrists, they tell you that dreams are really just memories, a collection of memories. They may be distorted. Your imagination may get into play. Your brain may twist some of these things around. You have your wants, your needs, your intentions, your motivations, your desires, your fantasies, all that are like seasonings in that stew of your dreams. Sometimes your dreams are full of sex. Sometimes your dreams are full of violence. You know, it just kind of depends on what your mind wants to get rid of. It just feels like it's kind of a dump. It just dumps its thoughts. Every night you get a chance to just dump the excess bullshit in your head. And dreaming is incredibly healing. Sleeping is incredibly healing. You need REM sleep. They've had studies where as soon as people go into REM sleep, and they know they're in REM sleep because your eyes, when your eyes are closed, underneath your eyelids, you can see their eyeballs moving back and forth. When the eyeballs start moving back and forth under the eyelids, under a closed eyelid, that you know that person's dreaming. And that's how scientists tell that. And as soon as the eyeballs start moving back and forth, they'll wake a motherfucker up and not allow them to go into REM sleep as an experiment. Scientists have done these experiments. And when you deny somebody REM sleep, they can be asleep, but when you deny them REM sleep, REM sleep, when you deny them the rapid eye movement, that's dreaming, they go crazy. Psycho crazy. Tribal cultures, Native American cultures believe that your dream state is a reality, just like this is a reality, but it's a different reality. But it's meant to be taken seriously, and it's a reality where you can interact with spirits, with other dimensions. I'll tell you a couple dream stories that I thought were weird. Can't be explained by these fucking psychiatrists and scientists, you know, they can explain everything, but the first one was a nightmare, and I'll never forget it, and it still scares me. I'm still trying to decide if it was a dream. Maybe you guys can tell me. I don't know if it was a dream. I talk about it as if it was one because that's how I've processed it in my memory banks in my brain, but it was a weird experience. So I was in my bed. In the dream, I was in my bed, sleeping in my bed. I'm sleeping in a dream. In real life, I go to bed in real life, get in my covers, turn the lights off, and I go into my dream state. And in that dream, I'm in my bed. Not a very exciting dream. I wake up. In the dream, I wake up. Not in real life. I wake up. But I can't move. I'm in paralysis. I can't even move my head. I can move my eyes. That's the only thing I can do. I can't talk. Not even if I want to. I can't yell, can't move a finger, can't wiggle a toe. All I can do is move my eyes. There's 2 federal agents dressed in full battle gear. Helmets, little fucking night scope shit on their fucking faces. AR-15s, black fatigues, boots. In my room, 2 of them in my room, looking through my shit. One of them keeps looking over at me to see if I'm moving, to see what I'm doing. All I can do is look around. He's looking on my fucking dresser. I got a dresser over in the corner of my room, and he's looking on top of my dresser. through my shit, through my watches. I got a couple watches and some chains, some necklaces and belt buckles, bullshit like that. He's just rummaging through my crap. The other guy's looking in my closet. I got guns in there. I try as hard as I can to move. I force myself to lift up in one motion. And I raise up just from the waist up. So I'm sitting up in bed now and I wake up for real. In real life, I wake up. The room's empty. There's just me in the room. And I've always wondered, was that a dream or did that really happen? Were there two agents in my fucking room? Do they have some kind of fucking knockout gas that would paralyze you? I don't know about this shit. Maybe it was a dream. Could have been just a dream. I had another one though that I'll talk about. Because these aren't from my memory banks. How is that from my memory banks? It's not it didn't happen to me during the week. It's not something that played out in my life. It never happened. I don't know how that happens. If they say that dreams are from your memory banks, it's just a collection of memories, then what the fuck was that? Let me tell you the next one. The next one was more of a touching dream. It wasn't a nightmare. I'll never forget it though. It was bike week a few years back. I had this dream that a buddy of mine that I hadn't seen in a while. You know, we have friends that we lose touch with. There's just a guy I lost touch with. I don't know what he's up to, but I know he lived in Florida. I just hadn't talked to him in a few years. And this guy, Richie Mott. Richie used to own a deli. I used to go to that deli every day. Me and Richie became friends. We got involved in all kinds of business ventures together, legit stuff. But I'll tell you, Richie was a made guy in the Philadelphia Mafia. But Richie had a double life. He had one aspect of him that was a very legit businessman, very successful, Chamber of Commerce, and well-known. I think he had run for city council up in Philadelphia. So he had a very legit, respected life on one hand, and then a very shady, very shady life on the other side. And I loved Richie Mott. He was a friend of mine. I can't speak enough good about him. Rest in peace, Richie. So I had this dream. And Richie came to me in the dream. And we hung out. I don't know the location, I forget where we were, but me and him just hung out in the dream. And he said, "You've always been really cool to me. And not everybody in my world has been so cool with me, my life, but you always have. I just wanted to thank you for that." And then he walked off. So that was the dream. Me and my buddy are out riding around for bike week because it was bike week the next day. That may have been Friday night that I had the dream. Saturday during the day, afternoon, we're riding around on our motorcycles. We head up to Main Street. We're sitting at Dirty Harry's. They have a little outside bar section there, and I'm telling my buddy about the dream because I'm still thinking about it, and I'm thinking about Richie, and my buddy knew Richie. So I'm like, "Yeah, you remember Richie Mott?" He's like, "Yeah." I told him I had this weird dream last night, and I tell him the whole dream in detail, and he's just like, "Weird." Well, this chick who was it was just me and my buddy sitting at the bar. This chick who was sitting at the bar, I didn't even pay attention to her. I wasn't even noticing her. She looks up, and I recognize her. It's Richie's ex-wife. I've met her countless times. And I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she was like, "I heard you talking about Richie." She's like, "Did you know that Richie died last night at like 11:30, 12 o'clock at night of heart failure? He was in the hospital and he died last night." And I was like, "Really?" Because I had that dream. And she was like, "That was Richie. Richie always liked you. Richie came to you." And she was heavy duty Catholic, and You believe in angels and all that stuff. I tripped out on that shit the whole rest of that week. It wasn't just the rest of the day. I thought about that shit for the next 7 days. Did Richie come to me the moment he died and sit with me in my dream? How do you explain that, you fucking psychiatrists? Is that my memory bank too? I don't know. Dreams are weird. Pay attention to your dreams. Thanks for watching.